Okay. Uh, Good afternoon, student. Now I'll be discussing about the topic that is calorimetry, and it is for ICSE class 10 syllabus. So we'll be discussing now the topic is calorimetry. So in this calorimetry, first we will be discussing about what is the definition of heat. We'll be discussing the definition of heat. Now after that we'll be discussing about the temperature, definition of temperature. We'll be discussing about the definition of temperature, and we will see the direction of the flow of the direction of the flow of heat, direction of the flow of heat. And after that we will be looking at the unit of heat energy, and thirdly we will be discussing about the topic of relation between calorie and joules, and relation between calories and joule. Okay, and joule. So here in this much we'll be discussing in this topic right now. So without wasting our time, let's start our video. So first we'll be discussing about what is heat energy. So to discuss about the heat, we have to understand that now suppose this is a body. Inside this body there are many molecules or atom that is present here. So there is some amount of some molecules that is present. Now suppose in this case another there are two type of substance. Another maybe this one also is another molecules or atom that is present in our in the body. Now if this blue one is moving, now we are considering this blue one as motion. So motion means what? This is a kinetic energy. So there is some energy that is the kinetic energy, and if we are taking the red one as the body, as the atoms that is in rest position. Then what we do? If we sum this one, if we sum this and if we sum this one and this one, then we will call this one as the heat energy. So what is this blue one? Blue one is the kinetic energy, and what is this one? This is an potential energy. So we can define heat as, therefore we can define heat as heat is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy of the molecules present in the body. So we have already understand that it is nothing but it is a sum of kinetic energy and potential energy of the molecules. Who is the of the that is the molecules. We are talking about this dot dot, they are the molecules, and it is known as the heat energy. So if we do sum total of kinetic and potential energy, then it is known as the heat energy. So hope you have understand. Now we will be talking about the topic that is the temperature. So now we will be discussing about the temperature. So we will be discussing about the temperature. Now in here also we will be looking at this is a body. Now what we do now, we are taking here many kind of molecules. Now this is the molecules. Now what we do, these are the molecules. Now this is what, again there is also some molecules. Now if the blue one is in motion, for example, if the blue one is in motion and the red one is static, that means it is not moving. Now here we can consider that, now here we can say that it is the average. Here we can say that if we are taking the average of, so this one is what, kinetic energy plus, and this one is what, potential energy. Now if we plus kinetic energy and potential energy, it become what, it become the heat energy. We know that from the previous topic. And here what we do, if we take the average, of kinetic energy, if we take the average of what we do, kinetic energy, if we take the average of this kinetic energy divided by kinetic energy plus potential energy, if we take, so this is the average, is it not? This is the average of kinetic energy. So the average of kinetic energy of the molecule in the body is known as the temperature. So now here we can write that the average of kinetic energy. Now here we are not taking about the kinetic about the potential energy, we are taking the kinetic energy. The average of kinetic energy of a molecules present in the body is called the temperature of the body. So hope you have understand this one. So what is the temperature? Temperature is nothing but it is an average of kinetic energy and potential energy that is present in the body. Now we have studied this one, and we will be talking on another topic, that is the what is the difference between heat energy and the kinetic energy. So now we will be discussing about the difference between heat energy and temperature. So we know that from here we know that it is nothing but heat energy is the sum of potential energy plus kinetic energy is the heat energy. I am writing here in shortcut. Now here is what? Average of kinetic energy in the body of body in a body. So we know that. Now the SI unit is equal to joule. Now this is an energy, so we will be considering as the unit is joule. So the symbol will be joule. So this is the number 2, and number 3 is the SI unit is Kelvin. So it is a Kelvin. So the SI unit is equal to Kelvin. So we know that this one is in Kelvin. So this heat energy, it can be measured by the calorimeter. So it can be measured by principle of calorimetry. And this one can be measured by using thermometer. Can be measured by thermometer. So can be measured by thermometer. So this one is an additive quantity. So heat is an additive quantity. So temperature is not an additive quantity. It is not an additive quantity. Okay, so we have differentiate between the heat and temperature. Now another topic that we will be discussing is here. Another topic that we will be discussing here is, so we have finished temperature, heat, and now the direction of the flow of heat energy. So now we will be discussing about the topic of the direction of the flow of heat energy. So remember that heat energy, so direction for the flow of heat energy. Okay, remember that heat energy always flow from hot body to cool body. Remember that, always hot body to cold body. Now if this one is a hot body, now this one is a cool body. Now the direction of this one, the direction of the heat that will be flowing is from here to here, in this direction. It will never come from cold to hot. No, this is not possible. So we have understand here the direction of the flow of hot body to cold body. Now we will be discussing on some of the relation between joules and calorie. So we'll be discussing about another unit of heat energy is some important units of heat energy. Some important units of heat energy. So you have to remember this one because it used to come in most of the time. Number one is calorie. So calorie, what is this calorie? Now suppose here we are taking a water. Now maybe this is the water. Now to this water I want to raise the temperature. Now I want to raise the temperature T with 1 degree C. So to raise this temperature, what I need some heat energy. So this heat energy I am giving with a yellow mark. I need an heat energy. So if this is 1 gram, if the amount of this water is 1 gram, and the heat energy that is required, and this heat energy this is Q. So this heat energy required to rise 1 gram of what? H2O by 1 degree C. Then this time by 1 degree C of temperature, then this is known as an what? This is known as an calorie. So now we'll be writing here is the definition of calorie. So it is nothing but the amount of, so let me change the color to black. The amount of heat energy required to rise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree C is called calorie. Okay. So 1 calorie contain, now so another one thing, in 1 calorie contain how much heat energy? 4.2 joule of heat energy. So we need to remember this one, very important. So by looking at the diagram, it is very clear to remember the definition of 1 calorie. What is the 1 calorie? It is the amount of heat energy that is required to rise the temperature of water having mass, what is that? 1 gram by the temperature 1 degree C is known as a calorie, and 1 calorie contains 4.2 joule of heat energy. Now we will be discussing about kilocalorie. We will be discussing about the topic kilocalorie. So what is this kilocalorie? Now again we are taking again one container, and in this container there must be some amount of water. Now in previously it was 1 gram, so it will be now 1 kg. Now I will require some amount of heat energy, now. So here also I will be requiring some amount of heat energy for what? To rise the temperature. To rise the what? To rise the temperature. I want to rise the temperature by 1 degree C. Now to rise the temperature by 1 degree C, and this amount of heat energy that is required to rise the temperature of a body by 1 degree C is known as an kilocalorie. So it is nothing but here there is a little bit different. Here it is 1 gram. So in case of calorie it is 1 gram, and in here it is 1 kg. This is the only difference. So what will be the definition of it? So the amount of heat energy, so let me write in black color. The amount of heat energy required to rise the temperature so the amount of heat energy required to rise the temperature of 1 kg of water 1 kg of water by 1 degree C is called. So the amount of heat energy required to rise the temperature of 1 kg of water by 1 degree is called the kilocalorie. We know that this kilo means 1000, so 1 kilocalorie will contain how much? 4.2 into 10 to the power 3 joule into 10 to the power 3, or you can write 4200 joule. You can write these ones of heat energy is there. So we have come to understand that there is one is calorie, another is kilocalorie. So we have, and their relationship we have understand. Okay. So hope we will let's do the revision here what we have to study again. Okay, so we have to study about here. So our main topic here is definition of heat and definition of temperature, and direction of the flow of heat energy we have studied, and the unit of heat energy we have studied again, and the relation between calorie and kilocalorie, calorie and joule. So we have to understand what is a heat. Heat is nothing but it is the sum total of what? Kinetic energy and potential energy. Kinetic energy and potential energy, that is this potential energy. If we do the sum, then this is sum of whom? Of the molecules is known as the heat energy. Now again similarly, what is the temperature? Temperature is nothing but it is not a sum but it is an average of what? Average of kinetic energy and potential energy. With what we have to do? So the total energy is what? Kinetic energy plus potential energy, and average of kinetic energy is kinetic energy by total energy. This is known as then heat. This is known as an what? This is known as a temperature. So what is the temperature? The average of kinetic energy of a molecule present in the body is called as a temperature of the body. So we have understand here again. So let's look again the difference between the heat energy and the temperature. It is the sum of potential energy and kinetic energy. We have already understand this one, and it is the average of kinetic energy present in the body. So the SI unit of this heat energy is nothing but joule. Now the SI unit of this one is in Kelvin. So it can be measured by principle of calorimetry. So this one can be measured by the principle of calorimetry. So this one can be measured using the thermometer. Heat is an additive quantity and it is not an additive quantity. So we have discussed about this one. Now direction of the flow of heat energy again. So heat always used to flow from the hot body to the cool body. It will never flow from cold body to hot body. So this is not possible. We already understand. Only from hot body to cold body is applicable. Now we in the same in some important units of heat energy is the calorie. We will be talking about the calorie, and calorie is nothing, it is the amount of heat energy. This heat energy, this is Q, this is the heat energy that is required to rise the temperature by 1 degree C, to raise the temperature by 1 degree C, such that the amount of the water should be 1 gram. Then this is known as an calorie. Now again another topic is what is the kilocalorie? It is the amount of heat energy required to rise the temperature of 1 kg. How much? 1 kg, and temperature by 1 degree C or 1 degree Kelvin, okay, or 1 Kelvin. So it is known as an what? Kilocalorie. Now in the main difference between Kelvin and calorie and kilocalorie is, here it is 1 gram, here it is 1 gram, and in here it is 1 kg. So hope you have understand. Thank you, and study well, and please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.